Hey friends, Dr. Mark here. If you've ever wondered, or if you're curious about if nutrition coaching is the right path for you, maybe you have an idea of, hey, I'm thinking I could be good at this. I'm thinking given my experience and my background, this could be a good way for me to help people and make money, maybe turn it into a side hustle, maybe, just do something I'm passionate about. Today I'm going to present and give you some idea of if this is the right path for you. Just giving you 5 signs, maybe you're already experiencing, maybe you're kind of getting that shoulder tap, uh, to give you, a glimpse, is nutrition coaching right for you? And we're not going to just stop there. I won't be just signs. I'll also give you some insight around what to do about it and how to get this stuff started. Before we go too far, though, number one, I want to make this interactive. I don't usually get a chance to do these later in the day, so I'll be interested to see how many people tune in. But I want to make it interactive. So if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, if you have, you need some advice around, here's my situation, what should I do? Drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat, and we'll chat about it and work through it. That's what these opportunities are for. So please interact. I'd be happy to do that, especially also as well as if you're watching the replay, which I'm sure many of you will do. Drop it in the comments. We can chat back and forth. Make sure you're getting some guidance and clarity around what to do next. And before we dive into the 5 signs, I also want to let you know that until February 27th, enrollment in our program is open. If you have no clue what the Nutrition Coaching Academy is about, there's some of you that have, followed the channel for 3 years. And you're like, I didn't know you had a program. This is a life-changing, world-class nutritional coaching program. Honestly, I don't say that lightly. It really does change lives and gives you everything you need to set up your coaching business with the right science, with the right coaching systems, the right approach, that type of stuff, help people make money doing it. We stand behind that. So if you're interested in learning more about the program, I'll drop the actual sales page into the comments there for you to check out. Check that out. Enrollment is going to close on Friday. Let's talk about the first sign, though, that you may be experiencing that is pointing you in the right direction, that maybe you should start nutrition coaching. If people already know you as the nutrition and health person, people are already asking you for your advice. Do you want to know what this stuff sounds like? It's like, hey, Mark, I know you lost a bunch of weight. What did you do? Or, hey, I know you're into tracking your food. Like, what should my macros look like? Your coworkers are kind of like, in the lunchroom saying, hey, what do you got there? Why are you eating that? These are all signs that, like, people see you as the person that could help them. They're kind of poking around already, and you can help them, but you got to do it in a structured, professional way. Like, if you're already in that position and you're giving them advice and guidance, they probably won't follow it because you're just not structuring it in the right way. If your family members are asking you, like, for meal plans, or people at the gym are like, man, you're looking great, like, what should I do? You got proof that people already see you as the person that can help them. You already kind of got that vote of confidence, even if you don't feel like it yet. You're already the nutrition person in your circle. You don't need to build any more authority or trust. You just need to have a next step for them to take. The solution isn't giving more advice or giving advice for free or tips or strategies. You need to give structured guidance. Take them through a process where you take a look at what they're eating. You provide them with some guidance and what a plan would look like. You identify the things holding them back from reaching their goals. This is a process that we take our students through. It's like, honestly, it takes people that are curious about this stuff and turns them into paying clients so quick, because for a lot of people, no one's ever taken a look at what they're doing on an individual basis. In the Nutrition Coaching Academy, we call that the free nutrition report. Essentially doing an assessment on someone that's curious about the next step. This gives them a glimpse around what coaching would look like. Then it's a natural segue into the next step around a paid coaching relationship. And that's you do this at an introductory offer. You got to charge them something, because honestly, free coaching, I would do everything I do currently for free if people would actually listen to me. But they don't, because people pay to their commitment level. Abinay, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hey, bro, where are you from? From Central Canada, my man. Not sure that comes to you as a surprise, but yeah, that's where I'm located. I even though I live here, a lot of our students are international. I've worked online my entire career. I think in 2010, when I got this stuff started, I always knew I wanted to do it in a flexible capacity. Not so much so I could just travel, but just so that I didn't have to like be tied to a certain geographic location. I could work from home. I could do that stuff. This is like years before most people um, did things online. I just knew that was important to me. Hope that answers your question. That's how you get this stuff started, though, when people are already asking you about this stuff. If people already see you this way, that is a good indication that you can do this stuff. Like you have that vote. The coaching side of things is closer than you think. You just need the right approach. Side number 2, you love talking and thinking about this stuff. If you're anything like me, maybe you're like sitting through another work meeting, thinking about what your workout will look like or what you need to do to push your leanness or anything like that. Like you love learning about this stuff. You love reading about it. You love listening to others talk about it, and you love sharing what you know. Like it lights you up. When people are asking you about like what's the best protein supplement to take or how you should structure your meals, balance them in order to like stay full but still set you up to lose weight, how you need to think about things mindset wise. um, you know if people are asking, like you get really inspired by talking to someone about their own transformation and your own. If you find yourself participating in this stuff already, man, that's the thing you're passionate about. That's the thing you need to lean into. That's the, like, if that's the thing that you can't stop thinking about, like you can take this to a point where you're getting paid for it. Like that doesn't need to be a pipe dream. This is literally, I wouldn't say this is the only thing I've done in the last 15 years, because I've dabbled in many health related entrepreneurial pursuits because I love it and I love business. But this is the main thing that I've done for the last 15 years, because if you can learn how to teach people how to eat on the internet, you can get them results, you can get paid for it, and you can do that as a career. Like not only am I proof, but the 500 plus nutrition coaches we've taken through this process. I don't know how much you guys know about the Nutrition Coaching Academy, but in 2017, I started to build this out as a way of, I had finished my PhD. I love teaching. This was a way for me to like start training my team to do this stuff. So I had, at one point, we have like 6 or 7 coaches that worked for us on a client-facing business, so working with clients, and for me to make sure they were up to speed, doing things in an evidence-based way, but also falling in line with our philosophy. I started training them. It ended up turning it into a certification because people were like, "Hey, I want to learn what you like. That sounds interesting. I want to learn what you do." So I started focusing on that. What was interesting about that was like, I really, given the fact that I have a PhD in nutrition, I thought people wanted to know with nutrition stuff, which they do, which you guys do. But just as importantly, what you guys really want to focus on is like, how do I take what I know and turn it into a coaching business? How do I learn how to develop the coaching systems that get clients results, but also allow me to turn a business out of it? And how do I grow this business side of things? Because literally no one else on the planet is teaching me how to do that. None of the certifications are. And that's where the Nutrition Coaching Academy stemmed from. That's how it was born, was focusing on that way. And we've taken 500 plus coaches through this process now. So if you really enjoy talking and learning about this stuff, the best news is there's room for you too. And you should throw an application into our program and put that in there. Honestly, just copy and paste that link. Even if you're just curious about it, put that in there and we'll go from there. Do you guys have any questions about this stuff yet? If you do, drop it in the chat. Fill me in. I'm here to help you get some direction and clarity. And sometimes you just gotta, like, you don't know the answers to your questions until, number one, someone else has them too. So be brave enough to ask, but you don't know if this is for you unless you ask. So that's what I'm here for. Sign number 3, you've been through your own transformation. If you've figured this stuff out, like I know you might feel like, hey, who am I to teach that to others? But there are so many people on planet Earth that struggle with this stuff. And you know what fires me up? I'm going to be completely honest. The reason why I teach this stuff to others is because those people that look to you, that know that you've got this, made this progress, gotten those results, changed your life, they're not looking to me to hire me as a coach. They don't know I exist, but they know you exist. If you have the right approach, you can take your 30 to 50 pound weight loss journey. You can take your experience improving your relationship with food. You can take your lived experience and you can take that stuff and you can turn it into a coaching business, because that's what inspires people. Yes, it's important to know the right science. Yes, it's important to, be able to stand behind the suggestions and coaching systems that you're putting in place. And that's what a good certification does as well. But if that experience that people look to, that's what inspires them, that's what motivates people. That experience, it's like, for many of you, that's your superpower, and you got to lean into it. And a lot of people undervalue it. So we call this, like, in the program, like, many of you are going to be good coaches because you're like that role model expert. You're 2 to 3 steps ahead of the people that you'll help, which also means you're closer to them in their journey. So many coaches, they learn more, they get more education, and they start to, like, separate themselves out from the people that they help. They start to create that distance because they know more and become more, like, disconnected from it in the language they use, in their empathy, in their experience, and most certainly in their marketing. And they just become so far removed. Whereas you, like, you're in their shoes, especially if you went through this recently. The person you were like 2 years ago, that's your ideal client. That's the person you got to focus on. That's the person you got to speak to. That's the person you got to, like, really focus on helping. And when you do that type of stuff, things take off. Here's the bad news. If you don't go down this path, someone else with less experience, with a worse story, they're going to do it with or without you. And if you feel let's say, talk about sign number 4, you feel frustrated with the stuff that you're seeing online, bad advice online, detox nonsense, fear around certain foods and cutting things out, like shaming people for the situation that they're in and all and nothing approaches. Like, if you see that stuff and you think about, like, hey, I know a more sustainable way, I know a better way of going about it, you owe it to those people to go down this path and get this stuff started. You 100% do. And I can help you do that. So take me up on that next step. I learned this the hard way when I needed to learn that social media content is huge right now. I'm not sure you guys knew this, but in 2012, maybe 2011, I actually, like, full out, like, quit social media, deleted all my accounts, got off it, because I was like, I might have been the creator of doom scrolling and maybe doom participating, like arguing with people for the sake of arguing about things that I would never change their mind on, doing a bunch of stuff that, like, I was consuming and not creating. And it really wasn't benefiting me. So I removed myself from it, started to get good at helping other people, the people that actually wanted my help, and putting my energy into that. And that's where things started to take off. And then I doubled down on, like, learning how to tell that story, to inspire others and to take that next step. If that stuff frustrates you, hearing about it, the only way to be part of the solution is to put yourself out there and to start to lead and take that next step. That's the way to get better at this stuff. It's not by policing those people. It's by learning how to outmarket them. That's the way about this. Sign number 5, and this is the last sign. Like, maybe it's time for you to do something you're passionate about, especially because you want to call the shots. You want to make the decisions. You want to start to control your own time with your own schedule and be able to make your own money. That's, not tapped out. I mean, if you're sitting there working 40 hours, 50 hours for someone else and building their dream, there's no reason why you can't do it yourself, especially in something that you're passionate about. If you want to build something that's yours, you want to do it in a flexible way, you want to be able to like lift weights during the day, set your own schedule, work from wherever. Like this is a real thing. I actually started nutrition coaching during graduate school, while I was bartending, while I was coaching. I know how to do this stuff within time constraints because I had no choice but to do it that way. I ended up working with, like, during my PhD, writing my PhD defense. I'd do that during the day and then check in with my clients at between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. And I worked with 40 clients and I checked with them 12 clients a day, 3 days a week to build this stuff up. That's how, like, I remember buying Amy's engagement ring that way during grad school, working things up that way. Like you gotta, for many of you that are also working full-time jobs, you got to get this stuff going on the side and learn how to create some systems. Don't quit your job. Don't just like stop everything that you're doing. We hear the inspirational stories about someone like quitting their full-time job, the safe, cushy job, to go open up their own business and change their lives. There's a lot of people that do that to open a yoga studio and go under and go back to the other job. Like, don't do that. Keep your full-time job. Start to do this stuff on the side. Invest in coaching and mentorship in the right approach to help you do it in a flexible capacity. Get some clients using a simple model. Get 5 clients, 10 paying clients, work up to your first steady $1,000, $1,500 a month. And then from there, you scale and make those decisions. That's how you go about this stuff. Who's got some questions for me? Are you thinking, okay, that sounds good, but like, how do I actually, like, what's the next step for me? Or how should I approach this stuff? If you've went through these signs and you heard them out, like, let's just go like really quickly. People are constantly asking you for nutrition advice, your friends, family, coworkers. You don't mind answering them. You actually love answering them. You can't stop thinking about this stuff and researching it. Sign number 2. If you've been through your own transformation and you've gotten results, sign number 3. You're super tired of others doing it that are giving you much worse advice and it's driving you crazy, and you are starting to realize you got to be part of the solution here. And it's time to control the stuff that matters with the time and flexibility and build your own thing. If you've ticked off a few of these today, nutrition coaching is probably the right path for you. And the best news is I can help you get you started. We can start with answering some questions right here for the rest of this live, or go to that first link in the description below or the link I have here in the chat to fill in an application to see if our program is right for you. We're going to close the program for the foreseeable future on February 27th, on Friday. Get an application in and we'll be chatting if the program is right for you. What questions you guys got? Let me know. I'm happy to hang around for a little bit longer. We've had a pretty good attendance here, like up and down a little bit, which is great. It's nice to see people in the afternoon, evening session here. Let me know what questions you guys got. Where are you guys tuning in from? Fill me in. I'm going to hang out for the next little bit. Just checking out the chat on the live aspect here. Any questions? One thing you can do, if it's helpful, if you enjoyed today's stuff, got some value from it, hit that like button. Makes the video go a little bit further. I would appreciate that. Outside of that, again, guys, enrollment's closing on Friday. Get an application in, and we'll go from there. I'm going to leave that there for today. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll chat later this week. Okay, bye, guys. Now, as great as all those tips are, maybe you're still wondering how to start or grow your nutrition coaching. Here's what I want you to do. Go to the first link down in the description below, and you'll get all the details on our Nutrition Coaching Academy certification. It's a 90-day program that'll give you everything you need to start nutrition coaching or to take your nutrition coaching business to the next level. Check out all the details down in the link below, and thanks for watching.